Miss Universe Philippines 2020 is Cavite! Or is it Iloilo? Or is it Bohol? Or Quezon City? Or Parañaque? What is happening right now? There are so many different things being leaked of the Miss Universe Philippines 2020 competition. Of course, as many of you know, it was pre-recorded, and then we're gonna see the live thing on October 25th. It'll be October 24th here in Canada. So I wanted to give you guys, like, this is fast approaching. Like, this is coming up in the next like 7-8 hours. So I wanted to give you my final picks, my final predictions. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a lot less clear than I expected, but I did want to quickly clarify the things being leaked. I saw this tweet from Casey Monteiro, and he said, FYI, for the people trying to ruin the Miss Universe Philippines final, we shot 5 different endings involving numerous candidates. Some of them were not even in the top 5. Why are you trying to ruin this experience for other people? I have a feeling that the Miss Universe Philippines might not even be one of those 5 women. It could be a total secret, a total surprise. Like, I have no idea, but I feel like they would have done such a good job at not having things leaked because this is such a big deal. So I'm gonna talk about my favorites for the crown, and then I will give you guys who I think is going to win. One of my favorites for the crown is, of course, Quezon City. I love her. I loved her interview. I love that she isn't like your typical beauty queen. She's an athlete. I feel like she's bringing something totally different to the Miss Universe Philippines crown, or could be to the Miss Universe Philippines crown. But if you watched our video talking about our top 5 favorites in terms of the evening gown performance, which essentially was our preliminary performance favorites, I was really disappointed in her gown. The reason I was disappointed in her gown is I feel like she has such a beautiful, unique body. You guys know that I'm familiar with having a unique body at Miss Universe, that I wish she would have showed it a little bit more, like shown off her body in a way that was flattering, and I just felt like her dress was too drapey. It just didn't highlight her and who she is, in my opinion. Quezon City, one of my favorites for the crown. Cavite. Cavite is like the first rumored girl to win because she was one of the ones seen with like the crown and sash like in those leaked photos. I think she would be outstanding for the crown of Miss Universe Philippines. I love that she has a unique hairdo. I love that she's all about representation. She did a phenomenal job in the interview. Overall, a beautiful, wonderful performance. One of the best performances overall in the interview and the prelim performance. Absolutely, she could be the next Miss Universe Philippines. Bohol. Bohol is going up and down for me, there's Lily, in my head of whether she could take the crown of Miss Universe Philippines, because I feel like her interview was so phenomenal, but I do feel like she is a little like cutesy, sweet, maybe a little more Miss World and not Miss Universe. Again, she could do a phenomenal job representing the Philippines at Miss Universe, but that's just my opinion with like kind of where she's at for me right now. Along those same lines, Parañaque. Parañaque, to me, she also, oh man, you guys know I absolutely loved her. I did a whole video just about her and her interview. She blew me away in the interview portion. I thought she gave the best interview overall. A little bit of everything, a mixed bag of inspiration and interesting stories and sweetness, and also sophistication and well-spoken. Do I think she could represent the Philippines at Miss Universe like to the best of the ability of all these girls? I'm not sure. I feel like she may also be a little too sweet, a little too cutesy vibe, but I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out who is standing out for what reasons, and I honestly am still so mixed with this that making this video is a little bit of a challenge for me right now. Aklan. Aklan was such a surprise for me overall. After seeing her swim photo that I just loved, I thought she would be fabulous for the crown potentially. But in saying that, I almost think she might be a little too sexy for the crown, if that makes sense. And the reason that I'm saying that is because we've been seeing Miss France contestants getting their titles taken away, not being allowed to compete at Miss France because of sharing photos of suggested nudity. Aklan shares a lot of that. She has a photo that she just recently posted, and I don't think she's taken it down, and it looks like she's wearing no clothes, but she has like a gown like draped across her body. Suggested nudity. Nothing wrong with it. I see nothing wrong with these kinds of photos, but I do know that Miss France anyway, so I don't know if Miss Universe is like cracking down on these kind of photos, but anyway, that's the only thing I could see with Aklan that might be like a detriment to her, if you will. Taguig, I love her. I just will be honest. Oh yes. Overall, I was disappointed in her prelim performance. Some people loved the fact that she was so bubbly, giggly, and very sexy in the prelims, but overall it just wasn't the vibe that I was expecting. And so for me, that was a little bit of a disappointment in what I was hoping for to see from Taiki. But again, an amazing, beautiful woman. She could be in the top 5. We'll find out. Cebu City. Okay, I'm kind of going all over the place here, but Cebu City overall was one of the best performances for me. Her interview, I loved her gown performance. I thought there were a couple things that could have been tweaked, but overall it was a very wow factor performance. In other, like, there were some other not so exciting performances, so she really was unique for me. She really brought the attention, and I really loved what she brought, and I feel like she could be top 5. I don't know if she's gonna win the title, but you never know, we could be majorly surprised. Iloilo City. Now we're down, okay, I'm not really giving my best ranking here, but Iloilo City was one of my favorites overall. Interview, gown, swim, I think she won the Best Body award. I thought she was fabulous, and to be totally honest, I could see her representing Philippines at Miss Universe. I could see her rising to the top 5, maybe even the top 3 at Miss Universe. Who knows? I do think that there would be a couple things to tweak with like her styling and stuff. One thing with her in interview is I felt like her face is so beautiful. I loved her hair, but I felt like she was just a little bit too covered. Like her face was too covered. We want to see that beautiful face of hers. Now let's talk about the girl I haven't talked about yet. My personal favorite. I've loved her from day one, Davao City. Davao City is so amazing. She almost has the crown in the bag. But what we saw from her in interview was that she was a little bit nervous, maybe a lot nervous, and she just didn't have the same polished interview, well-spoken skills that some of the other girls have. But I do want to say that I feel like that can be worked on, that can be improved. What Davao City has that I don't feel like some of the other girls have is this golden goddess sparkling aura that is absolute wow factor. When she came out in swim, in gown, I was like, bless you. Absolutely wowed. I love her. I just feel like she has that like it factor. And I feel like part of the allure of Davao City for me is the fact that she's so like off the cuff, like she is herself. She doesn't care what people think. She isn't trying to be like pageant patty beauty queen. And I love that. I think that's so refreshing. I love her platform of talking about, she is a farmer. She grew up in like a farming community, or what, I don't want to mix her story up, of what she actually is. Are you saying farm? Can you say farm? So Davao City is just one of my absolute favorites. Love her. I would love to see her with the crown, although she was not one of the ones wearing the crown and sash in those leaked photos. So maybe she didn't even make the top 5, or maybe she's the winner. We're gonna find out so soon. All right, you guys, so who do I think is really gonna win Miss Universe Philippines? I think we are going to see Iloilo City, Davao City, and Cavite in the top 3. In terms of top 5, I think we could also see Bohol and Parañaque. Maybe Quezon City. Oh my god, I don't know. What did I just say? Oh my god. This is so, I'm just like all over the map. I don't even know. It is so hard. I honestly, you guys know that I usually will give like a, if you made me crown a girl, I would choose this girl. But I don't know. I think, here's what I'm gonna say. If I had to make a decision right now, I would say the top 2 standing are going to be Iloilo City and Davao City. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I'm saying it because it could end up being like Quezon City and Cavite or something. But I'm gonna say Iloilo City and Davao City are gonna be the last 2 standing, and Iloilo City is going to be wearing the crown of Miss Universe Philippines. I am saying that with a bit of uncertainty just because I feel like there's certain things that one girl has that the other doesn't have, and so on. I think you guys know what I mean. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Who's gonna win Miss Universe Philippines? I am so confused. I always love it when I feel like I have a more clear, concise vision of like who I can see at Miss Universe Philippines, or sorry, at Miss Universe. But again, like Quezon City. I feel like Quezon City, she could be the next Miss Universe Philippines because I feel like she is different. She has more of like the athletic, curvy body, which I feel like I can relate to. I feel like I see myself in her. Davao City has that spark that I love so much that I feel like I could see on the Miss Universe stage tomorrow. Who's it gonna be? Could it be Quezon City? Could it be Cavite? Iloilo? Davao City? Is she gonna rise to the top? What is gonna happen? I don't know. Like I said, if you made me pick, I would say Iloilo City is gonna win. Davao City is the first runner-up. Maybe Quezon City is gonna snatch the crown. I was reluctant to make this because I didn't want to seem so indecisive, but I know a lot of you are indecisive as well, so I felt like I was connected with you knowing that you are also indecisive and it wasn't just me feeling this way, so that's why I decided to share this. I'm gonna pump it out right away so you guys can watch this, and so if the edit isn't perfect, I apologize. If I don't have the best photos in here, I apologize, but I'm just trying to get it to you to make you feel like you're as indecisive as me, if you are as indecisive as me. I cannot wait to see what happens. I'm really debating doing like a live reaction, and we'll see what happens. Miss South Africa is happening as we speak, so there's that. I don't know. It's crazy. Okay, guys.